Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Tazanjo, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be your presenter for part 1 of this Dhamma class. Today's Dhamma class is on Sunday, October 26, 2025. We meet every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Arizona and Pacific time. Anyone interested in Buddhist teachings is welcome to join us in Zoom. Use the ID 413-460-4622 and the password Buddha20, all lowercase. Remember, the Zoom ID and password will stay the same every week. First, 3 individuals will chant the Buddha Gamana Gata, Diwa Tapati Gata, and Yojino Gata. These chants will then be followed by Part 1A, offerings, taking the Tisarana and precepts, the Metta chant, and meditation. Part 1B, Adhitthana, determination, mindfulness on death, wishing, and sharing. Part 2, Parita chanting, discussions, questions and answers, translations from the prayer book, and some kids reciting Pali prayers from the book. Today's substitute will be Hinna Aung. So Hinna Aung, please have your prayer books in the correct pages ready and close by. Before we begin, here are some important rules and regulations. If you're reading a substitution or participating in Part 1A, please try to join the Zoom meeting at least 5 minutes early. Please do not eat or drink during the prayer time, as it is very disrespectful. If you're hungry, make sure to eat before joining the meeting next time. Sit up straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Keep your camera on at all times or you may be removed from the meeting. If you're not a part of the Dhamma class, you're free to turn off your camera. Please don't fidget or play around, as it can disturb others who are praying. The prayer session is only 15 minutes, so please be mindful and respectful. For those chanting, please chant clearly and slowly so that others can follow along. We would greatly appreciate it if everyone stays respectfully until the end of the meeting. Now, please put your hands together. We'll begin with Buddha Gamana Gata. We believe you'll do great.
Buddha Gamana Gata Angira Sasa Unaya Datahi Setaramsio Wajirawa Virojanti Dino Meta Dusi Sage Nilayo Nilatanama Bidodana Datana Lohita Dhamma Dhammacha Manjita Nikamim Supapasara Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Long time. Diwa Dabati Gata Diwa Dabati Adijo Rati Mabadi Jantima Sanado Katiyo Dabati Jayi Dabati Brahmano Ata Sapa Mahoratim Buddho Dabati Tejasa Tadisam Tejasampanam Buddham Pandami Sadaram Edena Sajawajena Soti me hotu sabada Soti de hotu sabada Valentine.
This week, Maylin is absent, so Shinki and Kisheng, please take your turn.
Ganasara Paditena Dipena Tamatamsina Diloka Dipam Sambudam Pujayami Tamonutam Wanaganda Kunopetam Etam Kusuma Sandatem Pujayami Munendasa Siripata Saroruhe
Adiwa setu no bende Vaniya Barikapitam Anugambam Upadaya Patigana tu utama Adiwa setu no bende Vojanam Barikapitam Anugambam Upadaya Patigana tu utama Valentine. Ogata Ogata, Ogata, Gayakan, Wasikan, Manokan, Tapatota, Katingdo, Apietoko, Piapa Sechin, Ajonga, Patama, Tutia, Tatia, Najin, Donjim Yaang, Pia Yatana, Tia Yatana, Tanga Yatana, Yatana Miatumba Doko, Ayo ate, ale amya, lasumoye, shigo buzo, bumu mansho, kutuba I ashimpia, kutoya to, ajo ajang, apeleba, katumba, yapye sheba, yanung ba, wipatitiya leba, piatnatianga ba doma, akakate, killing ni puye, Mataya, Botaya, Nibantaya, Damiako, Yabalo I Ashimpia, Valentine.
Aham bande disaranena saha nawanga sampanagatam ubo sata silam damam yajami anugaham katwa silam deta me bande dutiyampi aham bande disaranena saha nawanga sampanagatam ubo sata silam Dhammam yajami anugaham katwa silam deta mevante tatyampi aham bande disaranena saha nawanga sampanagatam upo sata silam Dhammam yajami anugaham katwa silam deta mevante ama bante Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Tutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami. Tutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami. Tutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami. Amabandi.
Panatipata Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Adena Dana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Abrahmacharya Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Musawada Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Sura Miraya Maja Pamada Dana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Vijala Bhojana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Nacha Gita Wadita Visuka Dasana Malayanta Vilepana Dharana Mandana Vibhusana Dana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Ujjasayana Mahasayana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami Metta Sahajatena Citta Sapa Pana Bhutesu Pavitra Viharana Samadhiyami Ama Bande Valentine. Iti piso bhagava arham sama sambuddha vijas charna sampano sugato loka vitu anuttara purisattammak sarati Sata Deva Manusanam Buddha Bhagava Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Santitiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opanayiko Pachatam with the double when you heat.
Supatipano Bhagavato Sagasango Ujupatipano Bhagavato Sagasango Nyayapatipano Bhagavato Sagasango Samijipatipano Bhagavato Sagasango Yadiram Chatari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Bugala Esa Bhagavato Sagasango Ahuneyo Bahuneyo Dakineyo Anjalikaraniyo Anityaram Punyakatam Lokasa Bhavantai.
Aham Avero Homi Abhya Bajo Homi Anigo Homi Suki Atanam Pariharami Mama Mata Pitu Acharya Ja Nyatimita Ja Sabrahmacharino Ja Avera Hontu Abhya Baja Hontu Aniga Hantu Suki Atanam Pariharantu Amhagam Araka Devata Imam Samim Awase Imam Samim Arame Araka Devata Avera Hantu Abhya Baja Hantu Aniga Hantu Suki Atanam Pariharantu
Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana, Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Ariya, Sabe Anariya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Vanipatika, Awera hontu, abya baja hontu, aniga hontu, sukiatana pariharantu, duka muchantu, yatalada sampatito, mawi gajantu, kamasaka.
Pratimaya Tisaya Dakinaya Tisaya Patimaya Tisaya Uttaraya Tisaya Pratimaya Anutisaya Dakinaya Anutisaya Patimaya Anutisaya Uttaraya Anudisaya Hetimaya Tisaya Uparimaya Tisaya
Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bukala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana, Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Ariya, Sabe Anariya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Vinipatika, Awera Hontu, Abya Baja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Sukiatana Pariharantu, Dukha Mushantu, Yadavata Sampatito, Mauika Chantu, Kamasaka. Utamyawa Bawagacha, Adoyawa Awijito, Samanta Chakawalesu, Yesata Pata Vichara, Abhyabaja niwiraja nidukaja dupadawa. Udamya wa bawagaja adoya wa awijito. Samanta jakawalesu yesata udakechara. Abhyabaja niwiraja nidukaja dupadawa. Udamya wa bawagaja adoya wa awijito. Samanta jakawalesu yesata akasechara. Abhyabaja niwiraja nidukaja nupadawa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. By one time.
Now we will learn how to meditate by Chloe, Dzonjo, Hei Naong, Sumya Pe, and Suizin.
What is meditation? Meditation is a way to keep the mind cool and calm by concentrating on one object. There are many ways to meditate. In our Dhamma class, primarily we study Anapanasati and body scanning meditation. In Anapanasati, a natural focus is your own breath, which is always with you. If you simply keep feeling the breath as it comes in and as it goes out, the mind gets quieter and more peaceful. In body scanning meditation, you scan your whole body from head to toe, from the front and the back. The only trouble is, something will always take your attention away, maybe a noise or a pain in the knee, but often your own mind is the problem. It is so full of useless stuff. Like a monkey jumping here and there, it is so hard to control. To become the master of your mind, you need some lessons, enough time, and a good place to learn how to practice. With enough practice, meditation helps to replace bad thoughts and feelings with happy ones.
Why do we meditate? By learning how to control the mind, we start to get rid of negative habits and develop good mental qualities instead. If your mind is cool, you make good decisions, you don't get confused, you make less mistakes, you don't get angry or feel afraid, and you become more confident. If your mind is calm, you become peaceful and happy, you are less worried and frustrated, you don't get stressed about work or exams, you develop compassion and kindness, and you have more harmonious relationships. If your mind is concentrated, you get less distracted by useless things, you find it easier to focus and learn, you perform better in sports and games, you make better music and art, and you will be more trustworthy.
What's the difference between samatha and vipassana? Samatha meditation and vipassana meditation are two different types of meditation. Samatha aims at achieving deep concentration, while vipassana aims at understanding both the body and mind. In samatha meditation, the focus is solely on one object to attain deep concentration, such as by fixing the mind on a single point. In contrast, vipassana meditation involves observing various mental and physical processes as they occur. During samatha meditation, when the mind wanders, we bring it back to the chosen object. However, in vipassana meditation, when the mind wanders, we observe it without trying to control it. Only when the distraction fades do we return to our focus to the primary object. These differences in focus and approach distinguish the two types of meditation.
Guided muscle relaxation meditation. We are going to practice guided muscle relaxation meditation, but before we begin, please straighten your body, center yourself in the middle of your camera, put your hands together with the right on top of the left with your thumbs connected and place them in your lap. Then close your eyes. Step 1. When I say a group of muscles, focus on the group of muscles you hear and feel the tenseness in them. Step 2. Mentally relax those group of muscles. Step 3. Feel those muscles completely relaxed. Let's start. Your scalp muscles, All the muscles on your head are relaxed. Your forehead and eyebrows are relaxed. Your eyes, ears, nose, lips, and chin are relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Your chest and upper back are relaxed. Your abdomen and lower back are relaxed. Your hips and thighs are relaxed. Your knees and legs are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, and toes are relaxed. Now your whole body from head to toe fully relaxed. Now we are going to advance to body scanning meditation. Imagine you are holding a scanner in your hand. You are going to scan your whole body from head to toe and from the front and the back. Begin at the top of your head and slowly let your attention move down through your body, little by little. Imagine a warm energy flowing gently inside you. If you find a place that feels stuck, pause there, take a calm breath, and picture it relaxing. Once it feels open, keep moving down all the way to the tips of your toes. Let's begin by scanning the front of your body. Start at the top of your head and move slowly downward. The top of your head, your forehead and face, the front of your neck, the front of your shoulders, your upper chest, your lower chest and abdomen, the front of your hips, the front of your thighs, the front of your knees, and the front of your legs. Now bring your attention to your back. Beginning at your heels, slowly scan upward. The back of your legs, the back of your knees, the back of your thighs, the back of your hips, your lower back, your upper back, the back of your shoulders, the back of your neck, the back of your head, and the top of your head. Now you have successfully finished one cycle of body scanning meditation. Now you are going to practice another cycle on your own.
You can switch the order, either going down the front and up the back, or up the back and down the front. Once all the energy channels are open, your body will feel very light. It will feel as if you are riding on a calm ocean wave. We are now done meditating.
Tuka pata jani tuka, paya pata jani paya, soka pata jani soka, hantu sa pepi bani no.
Nahi vere na verani, samanti da kudachanam, avere na cha samanti, esatama sanantano.
Tapa papasa akara, kusala sa upasabara, jajita priya dapana, etam budana sasana.
Varanasati Maranameduam Jiritame Aduam Padana Idame Punyam Nibbanasa Pajayo Hotu Paditana Imam Punya Bhaga Sabha Sadhana Pajama Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. One time.
It is now part 2 of the Dhamma class, and again, please do not eat anything. However, drinking water is now fine. So we will be starting with program number 1, which is Chant of Metta Sutta by Amara, Sarah, Mathay, Mason, D, Helen, Rebecca, Cynthia, Noel, Pia Bala, Gama Bali, Hank and Hema, and Marinda, and then the Mahajaya Mangala Gata by Chloe, Vizinjal, and Valerie.
Yasa Nupawado Yaka Newatasanti Bisanam Yan Hije Wanuyunjando Rating Diwa Matantito. Sukam superi sutocha papam kanchi napasari ewa mari gunu petam pritam tam banamahe. Karaniya mata kusalena yata satam padang abisamecha sako ujucha suhujucha suwatocha samudu anatimani. Santu sakocha subarocha apakichocha salahukauti santindriyocha nipakocha apagabo kuleswa nanugido.
Nachakuda machare kinshi yena wenyu pare upawadayon sukino wa kemi no hontu sabasata bhavantu sukhitata.
Yegeji bana budadi tasawa tawarawa nawasesa digawa yewa mahanta majima rasaka anuga dula Ditawa yewa hadita yewa dure wasanti awi dure Buddhawa Sambhavesiva Sabha Sata Bhavantu Sukhi Tata. Na paro para nikubeta na di maneta katachi na kanchi yarosana patika sanya nanya manyasa duka michaya.
Mata yata niyam Buddha mayusa eka Buddha manu rake ewan pi sapa budesu manasam pawaye aparimanam.
Dhamma Bali, it is your turn.
Metan cha sapa loka sami manasam avaye aprimana Buddha majo cha tiriyancha asambadam awara asabadam.
Idam charam nisinoa sayano yavatasa vitamiro etam satim aditeya brahma metam vihara miramahu.
Didinja anubhagama sila wadasanena sampano gaminsu vinaya gedam nahi jadu gabaseya bunaredi midasudam nididam.
Nanda Pananda Putrakam Vivitamahitim Putena Tera Pujakena Dhammapayanto Idu Pade Savidina Chitawamunendo Tam Te Jasa Pavatute Jaya Mangalani.
Marati Reka Mabiyujita Sabaratim Goram Panalawaka Makamatadayakam Kanti Sudanta Vidina Jitawa Munindo Tam Te Jasa Pawatu Te Jaya Mangalani.
Nalagirim Gajalaram Adimadabudam Dawagi Jagat Mansaniwa Sudarunandam Medam Busega Widina Jitawa Munendo Damde Jasa Bhavatude Jaya Mangalani.
We are now moving on to program number 2, which is basic Buddhism. First by Bia Bala, Gina Bala, and Ching Lang, then by Shinta, Tiffany Noel, then by Valerie, Chloe, Mason D, then by Sumya Pin, Sarah, then by Swizan, Alexander Linlin, then by Jewel, Lyra, Madeline Amara, then by Dezinjo and Halen Ao, and lastly by Kama, Wayan, and Myanno.
Hi, Dhamma class. My name is Kevin Hong, and my Buddhist name is Biapla, which means power of love. Today, I'll be sharing something to the Dhamma class with Gina Blat and Chingling. So, Gina Blat, can you please introduce yourself? Hi, my name is Ryan Hong, and my Buddhist name is Gina Blat, which means power of wind. So, Shingling, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Shinki Ling, and my Buddhist name is Virapali, which means brave keeper. I live in Colorado. So be up a lot. What will we be talking about today?
Today, we will be talking about 5 roles in employees and employers. And before we start, can everyone please listen because we will be asking questions in the end. 5 roles in employees and employers. Employers should care for his employees in 5 key ways. By assigning tasks they can handle, providing food and fair pay, offering assistance when they are sick, sharing occasional treats, and allowing them to rest at appropriate times. In return, employees should show respect for the employer by doing 5 things: waking up before him, going to bed after him, accepting only what is given to them, performing their tasks diligently, and speaking well of him.
By following these practices, both masters and workers can build a peaceful, respectful relationship based on mutual trust and without fear. We will now be asking questions of Pia Palat. Please ask your first question.
Shinki, how should an employer treat employees?
By giving fair pay, helping when they are sick, and allowing rest.
That's correct. So, Gina Block, can you please ask the next question?
Gishin, what should employees do for their employer?
Work hard, be respectful, and complete tasks properly.
That is correct. So, Shinglin, can you please ask the next question?
So my next question is to Shinki. So Shinki, why is fair treatment important at work?
It helps build trust and a happy workplace.
That is correct. Sophia Palat, please ask the last question.
Gishin, how can employees show gratitude to their employer?
By speaking well of them and doing their job with care.
That is correct, and that is all. Thank you for listening.
It is now Shinta, Tiffany, and Noel's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Shinta. My Buddhist name is Moka Bali, which means freedom keeper. So today, my friends Tiffany and Noel will be joining me. So please introduce yourselves.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Tiffany. My Buddhist name is Sansa Vale, which means peacekeeper. So, Noel, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Noah, and my Buddhist name is Malapala, which means power personality. So Shinta, what are we talking about today?
We will be talking about 5 roles in pupils and teachers. So I'll be going first. 5 roles in pupils and teachers. 5 ways to care for your teachers. There are 5 ways people should show care for their teachers.
1. By greeting them respectfully. 2. By helping and assist them when needed. 3. By paying attention in class. 4. By serving them with kindness. And 5. Learning and practicing the skills they teach. 5 ways to care for your pupils. Teachers will show care for their pupils in 5 ways.
1. By teaching clearly and thoroughly. 2. By making sure pupils understand what they've learned. 3. By giving strong training in all skills. 4. By recommending their pupils to others. And 5. By providing a safe and supportive environment.
So now we'll be asking questions. So, William, how should pupils treat their teachers?
With respect, kindness, and by paying attention in class.
That's correct. And Tiffany, what is your question?
My question is to Benji, and what is one way teachers help their pupils? Well, the answer is they teach clearly and make sure pupils understand their lessons.
My question to William is, why is it important to listen to teachers?
Listening helps pupils learn and practice new skills.
Yes, that is correct. And then could you please ask your last question?
My last question is to William, and how do teachers create a good learning space?
By providing a safe and supportive environment.
That is correct. Thank you for listening.
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Valerie Chow, and my Buddhist name is Dana Bali, which means the keeper of charity. I live in Chino Hills, California. Today, my dear two Dhamma friends will be joining me today. So, Chloe, please introduce yourself. Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Chloe Chang, and my Buddhist name is Diti Bali, which means keeper of wisdom. I live in Chino Hills, California. So, Mason D, please introduce yourself. Hello, Mangalaba. My name is May Cindy. My Buddha name is Loka Bali, which means guardian of the world. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. So, Valerie, what will we be talking about today? We will be talking about 5 roles in husband and wife. I'll start first. Everybody, please listen carefully because at the end we will be asking questions. There are 5 ways a husband should care for his wife. Number 1, by showing her respect. Number 2, by not speaking badly about her. Number 3, by being faithful to her. Number 4, by letting her make important decisions. And number 5, by giving her things that make her feel special. And there are 5 ways a wife should care for her husband in return. Number 1, by keeping things in order. Number 2, being kind to others. Number 3, being faithful. Number 4, looking after the home supplies. And number 5, working hard at everything she does. When both the husband and wife do these things, it brings peace and safety to their relationship and home. So now we'll be asking questions. So Valerie, please ask your first question. My first question is to Lasandar, and how should a husband treat his wife?
He should respect her, be faithful, and let her make important decisions.
That is correct. So Chloe, please ask your next question. So my next question is to Julia, and it is, how should a wife care for her husband?
She should be kind, faithful, and take care of the home.
That is correct. So Mason D, please ask your next question.
So my next question is to Lasandar again. So Lasandar, why is respect important in a marriage? Respect helps husbands and wives live happily together.
Yes, that is correct. So Valerie, please ask your last question. My last question is to Julia. So what happens when both care for each other?
Their home becomes peaceful and safe.
That is correct. Thank you for listening.
It is now Sumyape and Sarah's turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Sumya Pei. My Buddha's name is Chita Bali, which means regarder of mind. Today I'll be joined by my dear Dhamma friend Sarah. So Sarah, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Sarah, and my Buddhist name is Chika Pali, which means field guardian. So, Sumit Pia, what will we be talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about Sugati and Dugati, but before we begin, we'll be asking questions in the end, so please listen carefully. Sarah, please start.
Sukhati and Dukkati. Sukhati means good path, while Dukkati means bad path. Among the 5 gatis mentioned above, the Deva Gati and Manusa Gati are considered Sukhatis or good paths. The other 3 paths are classified as Dukkatis or bad paths.
Out of the 3 Dugatis, the Veda Gati includes the Asura Kaya, the miserable ghost, bringing the total to 4 woeful realms. In Burmese, these are referred to as Abeliba. Additionally, it's important to note that the Niraya Gati consists of 8 distinct levels.
We can also divide the Deva Gati into 3 groups. Kama Dewa. This includes 6 realms filled with beautiful sensual pleasures, where those who have lived virtuous lives are reborn.
Rupa Deva. This includes 16 realms of the fine material existence, where beings who have attained one of the 5 Rupa Janas are born. Arupa Deva. This includes 4 formless realms, where beings who have attained one of the 4 Arupa Janas are reborn. We will now be asking questions, so Sarah, please ask your first question.
My first question is to Alentate, and it is, what does Sukhati mean?
Ascent.
Well, the answer is, it means the good path where happy beings live. So Sumit, please ask the next question.
My question is to Hazel. What does Dugati mean?
It means the bad path where suffering beings are born.
That is correct, thank you. So Sarah, please ask your next question.
My question is to Hazel. So what are examples of Sukhati?
Dewa, heavenly beings, and Manusa, humans.
That is correct. So Sumit, please ask the last question.
My last question is to Hazel. How can someone be born in Sukati?
By doing good deeds and living a kind life.
That is correct, thank you. That is all for today. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you thank you Sarah for joining me.
It is now Suizan, Alexander, and Linden's turn.
Hello Dhamma class, my name is Suizan and my Buddhist name is Wansap Bali, which means keeper of relatives. Joining me today is my dear Dhamma friend Alexander and my dear sister Linlin. So Alexander, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Alexander, and my Buddhist name is Ujubala, which means power of honesty. So, Linlin, please introduce yourself.
Hello to my class. My name is Linlin, and my Buddhist name is Monopali, which means keeper of minds. So, Swazan, what are we going to be sharing today?
We will be talking about 31 bhumis, and everyone please listen carefully because in the end we'll be asking some questions. So Alexander, can you please start first?
Bhumi refers to a realm of existence or a place where one may be reborn. There are 31 bhumis, each representing different types of existence, determined by the nature of our actions, whether they are good or bad. These 31 bhumis are divided into 3 categories.
1. Kama Bhumi, or realms of desire, and there are 11 bhumis. This category is split into 2 groups. 1. Abhaya Bhumi, or 4 woeful realms. These are unhappy realms where beings suffer. 2. Kama Sugati Bhumi, or 7 blissful realms. These realms are characterized by happiness. They include 6 Dewa Bhumi, heavenly realms, and 1 Manusa Bhumi, human realm.
2. Rupa Bhumi, or realms of form. They include 16 bhumis. And in these realms, beings experience different states of existence based on the Rupa Jhana they attain through meditation. And 3. Arupa Bhumi, or formless realms. These include 4 bhumis. These realms are for beings who are free from physical form and exist in a formless state, based on their practice of Arupa Jhana meditation. Both Rupa Bhumi and Arupa Bhumi are also referred to as Brahma Bhumis. Now I'll be asking questions, so Alexander, can you please ask your first question?
My first question is to Densa, and is, what does Bhumi mean?
It means realm or place where beings can be reborn.
That is correct. So, Linlin, please ask your first question.
My question is to Ninyata, and it is, how many bhumis are there?
There's 31 boomies.
That is correct. So, Susan, can you please ask your question?
My question is to Tenzin, and it is, what are the three main types of bhumis?
Realms of desire, realms of form, and formless realms.
That is correct. So, Alexander, can you please ask your last question?
My last question is to Ninetha, and is, where do happy beings live in the realm of desire?
In the 7 blissful realms, including heaven and the human realm.
That is correct. So thank you for listening.
It is now Jewel, Lyra, Mate, and Amber's turn.
Hello, Minglaba. My name is Jewel, and my Buddhist name is Ida Bali, which means keeper of energy. I live in Virginia, and today my dear sister and my 2 dear Dhamma friends will be joining me. So, Lyra, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Lyra, and my Buddhist name is Sikapali, which means keeper of morality. I live in Virginia, so Mate, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Mangalapa. My name is Mate. My Buddhist name is Hitapalu, which means good keeper, and I live in Texas. So, Amara, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Amara, and my Buddha's name is Amatapali, which means keeper of deathlessness, and I live in Texas. Jewel, what will we be talking about today?
Today we will be talking about Buddhabhiseka. Everybody please listen carefully because we will be asking questions in the end. I will go first. What is Buddhabhiseka? Buddhabhiseka, also called Biya and Nagazatsin in Burmese, is a special Buddhist ceremony where monks recite some Buddha's words.
The ceremony is named after the 2.5 verses of Anega Jati Gata, a joyful thoughts Buddha had when he reached enlightenment at dawn on a full moon day in May.
Buddhists often perform this ceremony when they bring a new Buddha statue into their home, but it can also be done with older statues. During the ceremony, the statue spiritually changes, making it feel like a living Buddha.
It is believed that worshipping the statue after Buddhabhiseka brings the same blessing as worshipping the real Buddha. If you feel it is alive, this is why Buddhists follow the important tradition.
So now we will be asking questions. Rebecca, what is Buddhabhiseka?
It is a special Buddhist ceremony for blessing Buddha statues.
That's correct.
Cynthia, when do Buddhists perform Buddhabhiseka?
When they bring a new Buddha statue home or for older statues.
That is correct.
Rebecca, what happened during the ceremony?
Monks recite Buddha's words to bless the statue.
That is correct.
Cynthia, why is Buddhabhiseka important?
It makes the statue feel like a living Buddha bringing blessings.
That is correct.
So that is all, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching.
It's now the Central and Hela Elm's turn.
Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Tazanjo, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today, me and a Dhamma friend will be talking about something. So, Hina Aung, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Hein Long, and my Buddhist name is Sukapala, which means power of happiness. So, Tazinsha, what are you talking about today?
We will be talking about Venerable Sariputta. Everyone, please listen carefully because we will be asking a couple questions in the end. I'll start us off. Who was Venerable Sariputta? Venerable Sariputta was one of the Buddha's 2 chief disciples. Among the Buddha's disciples, he was the wisest, apart from the Buddha.
He was born in a village called Upatissa, near the city of Rajagaha. His real name was Upatissa, named after his village, but people called him Sariputta, which means son of Sari, because his mother's name was Rupasari. His father was Wanganta, the village chief.
Sariputta was the oldest child in his family. He had 3 younger brothers, Mahajunda, Upanesa, and Rewata, and 3 younger sisters, Jala, Upajala, and Sisupajala. All of his brothers became monks, and his sisters became nuns, and they were all arahants.
Sariputta was known for his great wisdom. He could understand the Dhamma deeply and explain it very clearly. That's why he was called Dhamma Senapati, which means general of the Dhamma.
He first heard about the Buddha from a monk named Venerable Asaji, who was one of the first 5 disciples of the Buddha. It was about 8 months after the Buddha's enlightenment. After meeting the Buddha, he became a monk through the special invitation called a hibiku, which means come monk.
Even though Sariputta was so wise and smart, he was always humble and respectful. One day, a 7-year-old novice monk told him to wear his robe properly, and Sariputta kindly and happily accepted the reminder without any pride.
He passed away after being a monk for 44 years, in the same room where he was born, in his home village. One of his most famous teachings is found in a Buddhist scripture called the Patisambhida Magga, which is part of the Khuddaka Nikaya. That is all, so now I'll be asking questions. So Hina-on, could you please ask the first one?
The first question is for Brian, and it is, who was Venerable Sariputta? Well, the answer is one of the Buddha's chief disciples known for wisdom. So, Tazincha, could you please ask the next question?
Grace, what does Sariputta mean?
One of the Buddha's chief disciples. Wait. Son of Sari, named after his mother.
That is correct. Hina-on, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is for Brian, and it is, why called General the Dhamma?
Next.
Well, the answer was he clearly explained the Dhamma and guided others. So, Tazincha, could you please ask the last question?
My last question was for Grace, which is, was Sariputta humble?
Yes, he accepted correction even from a novice.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
It is now Gama, Wayan, and Myanno's turn.
Hello, Minglava. My name is Karma, and my Buddhist name is Kama Bali, which means keeper of good luck. I live in Salientra, California. And today, my dear Dhamma friends will be joining me today. So, Waya, could you please introduce yourself?
Miguelava, my name is Wayne, and my Buddha's name is Dirabla, which in power always there. I live in Arizona, so I'm gonna please introduce yourself.
Hello, Minglava. My name is Miano, and my Buddhist name is Balabali, which means keepers of energy. And I live in Phoenix, Arizona. So, Tama, what are we talking about today?
We will be talking about dangers of using intoxicants. So I'll be going first. Everybody, please listen carefully because we will be asking questions at the end. 6 dangers of using intoxicants. There are 6 dangers of using intoxicants. Drinking alcohol or using bad drugs can cause a lot of problems. Here are 6 big dangers.
1. You can always all your money. 2. You might argue with friends and family more. 3. It's can be racist.
4. Your reputation might get ruined. 5. You might do embarrassing things in public. 6. Your brain might not work as well.
It's best to keep away from intoxicants. Even trying a little can lead to addiction. Stay healthy and make good choices. Now we will be asking questions. So my first question is to Hank. So Hank, what can happen if you drink alcohol or use bad drugs?
You might waste money, argue with friends and family, or get sick.
That is correct. How can using intoxicants affect your reputation?
It can ruin your reputation and make you do embarrassing things.
Yes, that is correct. And Hank, how does using intoxicants affect your brain?
It can make your brain not work as well and lead to bad decisions.
That is correct. And my last question is to Hema. And Hema, why is it best to avoid intoxicants?
Because they can lead to addiction, health problems, and many other dangers.
That is correct. Thank you for listening and watching.
Thank you for listening and watching.
We're now moving on to part number 3, which is choose the correct one out of the given answers by Hank and Hema.
My name is Hank, and Buddha's name is Sutta Bala, which means the power of knowledge. Today, I'll be joined by my twin sister. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Hema, and my Buddhist name is Hema Pali, which means peacekeeper.
Today, we'll be asking questions to the individuals Alexander, Nayin, William, Benji, Sandy, Lasanda, Kamapali, Brian, Juju, Maylin, Mietno, Alente, Weiyan, Julia, Hazel, Snowy, Nyembotet, Nicole, Grace, and Suong. To begin with, Alexander, what is Buddha Biseka?
It is a special Buddhist ceremony for celebrating Buddha statues.
That is correct. Nayin, how should pupils treat their teachers?
With respect, kindness, and by paying attention in class.
That is correct. William, why is it important to listen to teachers?
Listening helps pupils learn and practice new skills.
And that is correct. Benji, how should a wife care for her husband?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is she should be kind, faithful, and take care of the home. Sandy, why is respect important in a marriage?
Respect helps husbands and wives live happily together.
And that's correct. Lasanda, what does Sugati mean?
It means a good path where happy beings live.
That's correct. Kamapali, what does Dugati mean?
It means the bad path where suffering begins or born.
And that's correct. Brian, how can someone be born in Sugati?
By doing good deeds and living a kind life.
That is correct. Juju, what does Bhumi mean?
It means a realm or place where beings can be born.
That's correct. Maylin, who was Venerable Sariputta?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is one of the Buddha's chief disciples known for wisdom.
Mietno, what is?
It is a special Buddhist ceremony for blessing Buddha statues.
That is correct. Alinte, how should pupils treat their teachers?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is with respect, kindness, and by paying attention in class. Wei Yan, why is it important to listen to teachers?
Listen how perfect land and protein is.
That is correct. Julia, how should a wife care for her husband?
She should be kind, faithful, and take care of the home.
That is correct. Hazel, why is respect important in a marriage?
Respect helps husbands and wives live happily together.
That is correct. Noe, what does Sugati mean?
It means the good path where happy beings live.
That is correct. Yemontet, what does Dugati mean?
It means the bad path where suffering beings are born.
That is correct. Nicole, how can someone be born in Sugati?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is by doing good deeds and living a kind life. Grace, what does Bhumi mean?
It means a realm or a place where beings can be reborn.
That is correct. Suong,
Who was Venerable Sariputta?
Absent.
Well, the correct answer is one of the Buddha's chief disciples, known for wisdom.
Thank you for listening.
We are now moving on to program number 4, which is Answer the Questions 1 by Rebecca and Cynthia.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Rebecca, and my Buddhist name is Metta Bali, which means keeper of loving kindness. For today's program, my sister Cynthia will be joining me, so can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Cynthia, and my Buddhist name is Magga Bali, which means keeper of the middle path. The individuals I'll be asking today are Sarah, Mate, Mason D, Alexander, Amara, Jewel, Chloe, Kamapali, Grace, Brian, Sumapia, and Hazel.
Sarah, please recite the third Vachasa Udana.
Yada hawe patupawanti dhamma atapino jayato brahmanasa vidupayam titati marasenam suriyovat obasaya mantalikam.
That is correct, thank you. Mate, please recite the first Manasa Udana.
Aneka jati gatha, aneka jati samsaram, sandavisam anibisam, kahakaram gawe sando, dukha jati punam punam.
That is correct, thank you. May Cindy, please list the two types of Udana.
Number 1, Manasa Udana, and number 2, Vajasa Udana.
That is correct, thank you. Alexander, please list the 6 dangers of using intoxicants.
Number 1, you could waste all your money. Number 2, you might argue with friends and family more. Number 3, it can make you very sick. Number 4, your reputation might get ruined. Number 5, you might do embarrassing things in public. And number 6, your brain might not work as well.
That is correct, thank you. Amara, please recite the second Patama Buddha Vachana.
Is it okay if you come back to me?
Yes, I will come back to you. Jewel, please recite the third Vachasa Udana.
Yada hawe patupawanti dhamma atapino jayato brahmanasa vidupayam titati marasinam suriyova obasaya mandalikam.
That is correct, thank you. Chloe, please recite the first Manasa Udana.
Aneka jati gatha, aneka jati samsaram, sandavisam anipisam, kahakaram gawe santo, dukha jati punapunam.
That is correct, thank you. Amara, are you ready?
Kahakara katitosi, punakeham nakahasi, sabadeba sukhabaga, kahakutam visankatam.
That is correct, thank you.
Kamapali, please list the 2 types of Udana.
Next.
Grace, please list the 6 dangers of using intoxicants.
Number 1, you could waste all your money. Number 2, You might argue with friends and family more. Number 3, it can make you very sick. Number 4, your reputation might get ruined. Number 5, you might do embarrassing things in public. And number 6, your brain might not work as well.
That is correct, thank you. Brian, please recite the second Patama Buddha Vachana.
Gaha Garaka Ditosi Bunage Hamna Gahasi Sabate Basuka Baga Gahakutam Visankatam.
That is correct, thank you. Sumyape, please recite the third Vachasa Udana.
Yadahawe Patu Bhavanti Dhamma Atapino Jayato Brahmanasa Vidubayam Titati Marasenam Suryowa Obasaya Mandalikam.
That's correct, thank you. Hazel, please recite the first Manasa Udana.
Aneka jati samsaram sandavisam anibisam kahakaram gawe santo dukha jati punapunam.
That's correct, thank you.
That is all for our program. Thank you for listening and participating.
We are now moving on to program number 5, which is answer the questions 2 by the Zinjo.
Hello, Mingla Dhamma class. My name is Lizanjo, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today, I'll be asking a few individuals a few meditation-related questions, so everyone please be ready and prepared. Shinlang, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Aham avirohami, abhyapajohami, anikohami, sukyatanam pariharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Vincent, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama, Mata Pitu, Awera Hontu, Abhyapaja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Suki Ata Nampari Harantu.
That is correct. Thank you very much. Snowy, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Nyati nidata, avira hontu, abhyapaja hontu, aniga hontu, sukyatanam pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Sandy, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Sabrahmachari no ja, avira hontu, abhyapaja hontu, aniga hontu, sukyatanam pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Same thing. What is Buddhism? Please answer in Pali and English.
Sabha papasa agora, not to do any evil. Kusala sa upasabada, to practice good. Jajita priya dapana, to purify one mind. Itam buddhana sasana. This is the teaching of Buddha.
That is correct. Thank you. Thiri-san, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Aham Avirahami, Abhyapajohami, Anigohami, Sukyatanam Pariharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Lyra, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama mata pitu, awera hontu, abhyapaja hontu, aniga hontu, sukhyatana pariharantu.
That is correct. Yambonta, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Nati mitacha, awera hontu, abhyapaja hontu, anika hontu, Suki Atana Briharentu.
That is correct. Thank you very much. And Victoria, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Absent. All are absent.
Oh boy. That is all, and thank you for listening.
We are now at the end of the Dhamma class, so everyone please put your hands together and recite Buddha Sasanam Chiram Dedatu 3 times. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Dedatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Dedatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Dedatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That is all. Thank you for coming.